Commander Marcus Rodriguez watched the Zilithian delegation through the reinforced viewport of the orbital station, their crystalline forms refracting the harsh light of Kepler 442b's binary suns. The aliens had arrived 3 weeks ago with their usual air of superiority, their silicon-based physiology glittering like living gemstones as they moved through the corridors of humanity's first deep space research facility. Pathetic carbon-based life forms, Ambassador Crix had declared during the initial diplomatic meeting, his voice resonating like wind chimes in a hurricane. You consume the very organisms that purify your atmosphere. How primitive. The Zilithians survived purely on mineral absorption and electromagnetic radiation, a fact they never let the human crew forget. They had positioned themselves as the galaxy's moral authority on consumption ethics, looking down upon species that required organic matter for sustenance. Dar. Elena Vasquez, the station's xenobiologist, had grown tired of their condescending remarks. Every meal became an opportunity for judgment, every bite of synthesized protein or hydroponic vegetables met with crystalline sneers. They act like they're so evolved, she muttered to Rodriguez as they prepared for the daily nutrition cycle in the communal dining area. But their energy efficiency is actually inferior to our metabolic processes. The breakthrough came during a routine atmospheric analysis. The station's sensors detected an anomaly in the electromagnetic spectrum surrounding the Zilithian quarters. Dr. James Mitchell, the station's physicist, discovered that the aliens weren't just absorbing ambient radiation, they were actively harvesting and consuming the bioelectrical fields generated by living organisms. They're literally feeding off our life force, Mitchell explained to the assembled human crew. Every time we're near them, they're drawing energy from our neural activity, our cellular processes. They're not just eating, they're eating us. The revelation struck the crew like a solar flare. The Zilithians, who had spent weeks mocking humanity's barbaric consumption of plants and synthetic proteins, were essentially vampiric parasites feeding on the electromagnetic signatures of conscious beings. Rodriguez called for an emergency meeting with Ambassador Crix. The crystalline being arrived in the conference room, his faceted surface reflecting the station's artificial lighting in prismatic patterns. We've discovered something interesting about your species' nutritional requirements, Rodriguez began, his voice steady despite the anger building in his chest. Crix's form shimmered, what passed for confusion among his kind. We require no nutrition as you understand it. We are sustained by the pure energy of the cosmos. Including the bioelectric fields of sentient beings, Dr. Vasquez interjected, sliding a data pad across the table. Our sensors show you've been feeding on our crew's electromagnetic signatures since you arrived. The silence that followed was deafening. Crix's crystalline structure began to dim, a sign of what humans had learned was equivalent to embarrassment among the Zilithians. That is different, Crix stammered, his usual pompous tone replaced by something resembling shame. Different how? Rodriguez pressed. You've been consuming the essence of conscious beings while lecturing us about eating vegetables. The next few hours proved pivotal in interspecies relations. As news of the discovery spread through the galactic community, the Zilithians found themselves facing the same moral scrutiny they had imposed on others. Their reputation as ethical arbiters crumbled like their crystalline forms under gravitational stress. Dr. Vasquez couldn't help but smile as she watched the alien delegation prepare for their hasty departure. The irony was perfect, the species that had mocked humans for their primitive consumption habits had been revealed as cosmic energy vampires. Perhaps next time they'll think twice before criticizing anyone's lunch choices, she remarked to Rodriguez as the Zilithian ship disappeared into the void between stars. The station returned to its normal routine, but with a new understanding of the complex nature of consumption in the universe. Sometimes, Rodriguez reflected, those who stand in judgment reveal more about themselves than those they seek to condemn. In the end, the barbecue challenge had been won not through cooking skills, but through scientific discovery.